Hello.
Hi, Dr. Ginny. How are you today?
Great. You taking your lunch?
Cannot take lunch. After take lunch, easy to fall asleep. Okay. I think let me check with the customer whether they have how they receive. We have about for those who are from FB, can you hear us clearly before we start officially? And for those who hear us clear, can you please just type yes? And for those who are from IG, can you please also say clear so that we can start the conversation with Dr. Ginny. Diane, can you guys can you please just type in yes so that we know that you guys are hear us clear. Is it okay? Okay ma. But so far so good. Okay. 哇，很忙。Okay, so I think assume that all good. Oh, that's great. From Facebook, there's a friend already said that they can hear us perfectly. Hi, Mabisha Pradana. Hello. Hi, Makuta. Lisa Hamid, clear. Fantastic. Okay, so really an honor for me to invite our first woman entrepreneur journey from Dr. Ginny from Alostar, and coincidentally we both are same surname, but we are not sister yet. Okay, so probably maybe would you like to let me introduce you, Dr. Ginny. I still remember the first time when I see you in Alostar, I find that wow, this doctor not easy to handle. The first time when I see you in person. But after talk about when we start our conversation with, I find that hey, you know, maybe we have some chemistry link because of our same surname OOI, and then I find that yes, that is a chemistry link. So that's why I find that after talk to you, it's like hey, this is another fun doctor, and I tell you what. For all the friends here who are on the line from IG and even though Facebook, after knowing her, she is very fun. She loves food. She always hunt for food, you know, and then she loves travel. And I always inspired with her traveling, you know, with her husband, go to pyramid in where? Pyramid in the Egypt. Wow, this is my dream. I mean, hopefully the COVID-19 will get over. Hopefully, one day I will go there to visit the pyramid as well. And for you guys to know, for those who are still in line, besides we are become from client, become friends, and Dr. Ginny is also my spiritual friend. We meditate together most of the time, and then I influencing her to become vegetarian for now. Okay, so
not vegetarian.
no vegetarian yet.
You see already.
Yeah. So Dr. Ginny is a very fun doctor. She really willing to share, very caring and lovely in person. So I learned a lot from her, from her way how to taking care of her two clinics, you know. And for me, I always inspired because of I'm still single and available. I already found that I have not enough time, and she as a doctor, as a boss, as a wife, as a parent's daughter, and how could you manage your time so perfectly, Dr. Ginny, if you don't mind to start this with?
Management is always a big issue actually. But when I have my clinic since 12 years ago in Alostar, actually that time is not so challenging because my husband is with me in Alostar, our clinic just nearby. So we actually got no problem lah. Then my family also very supportive for me. So my parents is still very independent. So they actually support me to actually fully concentrate in my clinic. But since 3 years ago, when I started my clinic in Subang, then the challenge starts because I actually need to travel 2 places and then 2 different crowd of patients. I would say the patient behavior, the patient demand, and the patient's needs are a bit different from what usually I handle in Alostar. So I still remember the first month, I actually have culture shock when I go to Subang. Patient there is so much different, yes. Maybe we are at a comfort zone in Alostar for so long already, you know. So we didn't get so much of challenge from the patient, you know. Patient here very obedient. And then they have not many questions. But in Subang, actually the patient there, actually they need more information, they need more how to say, more trust. They are not so easy to get trust. No, it's not easy to get a trust between doctors and patient in Subang, I would say. But thank God, after the 2nd to 3rd month, I actually managed to adapt myself. So I start to understand that why the patient actually behave in such a way, because they maybe got cheated many times in Selangor already. Because there are too many so-called clinics, medi-spa or beauty salon. So everybody is saying they are doctors, but some of them are not qualified doctors. Some of them maybe are like just normal general practitioner without a LCP. So for those of you, if you're not familiar, for us to open an aesthetic clinic, we actually need to have a LCP, letter of credentialing and privileging. So probably some patients, they are not in good hands, so they got cheated before. That's why they are a bit reserved. So after I understand that, actually I started to give them more information, give them more love, tender and care. Then thank God, after 3 years, I actually have a group of like loyal patients who actually follow me for 3 years already. So I'm quite happy with this group of patients. So far so good. Not too bad. The time is still manageable.
And how you I mean separate your time, like I hear that is some challenge by taking some of the emotion from some of the patients, right? And then of course we as the owner of the business, when we hear that's a feedback, we always upset, you know, how come my client or my patient, how come they don't understand why I'm doing this? But do you bring this emotion back to your back to home when you actually out from office?
Okay, this is very good question. Okay, I would say I myself is quite a sentimental person. So when I have some emotion in office, I tend to bring back to my house as well. So I will talk to my husband. Sometimes I will talk to my family as well. So far I'm very thankful and very blessed that they actually can help me to solve all these problems, and then they actually help to comfort my emotion. So I have very good like family support, backup, and my husband is always very supportive of me. So thank God he's from medical line as well. So he can understand, and then we actually support each other throughout all these difficult times.
Do you throw your emotion to him? You know, he also because Dr. Lim has a lot of patients in Alostar, where I understand a day he minimum see more than 100 patients per day, right? So I believe he already has his you know maximum, and if you go back, you also throw to him, you know, how you both of you can manage both of your emotional, which is stay calm and peaceful. How both of you as a husband and wife, besides morally support, how you know balance out this part?
Yes, he is actually a general practitioner, so he's very, very busy in his practice. But I would say he is like ocean. He can accommodate all emotions. So whatever emotion I throw to him, he is very accommodative.
Wow.
And then he can think logically to help me to you know how to say calm me down, and then see how I can solve all the problems.
Well, you are very lucky, you know, because I heard from some of my friends. They're not their partner not even able to take their emotion. Don't talk about as a C to accommodate you, you know. So it's really such a lucky to get such a good partner, life partner, in fact. So this is a very blessing, Dr. Ginny, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. So I'm very thankful and very blessed that okay, I meet him in my life, that he can actually support me all throughout. But during my very difficult time in Subang as well, he actually supported me all the way. He said that whatever decision that you make, I will fully support you.
Cool. What about I mean, like when you were young, I mean, I think I have more interesting questions, which I want to know it personally. How you spot on Dr. Lim, or Dr. Lim spot on you?
Why you ask questions like this? Okay, is somebody introduced lah. I wouldn't say I spot on him or he spot on me. Yeah, it's just that through introduction from nurse in our hospital, then we meet up. Okay, then quite natural, and then I tell you one secret. After 4 months, he actually proposed already. 4 months.
Wow. Ayo, I'm so jealous like that already. Until now, I'm 45 years old. I still couldn't find someone like that yet.
No, your timing is not right yet. You will find it soon.
I hope so. I hope so. Okay, actually today our interview will be talk about besides as doctors, we wanted to know actually for this women's entrepreneur series, we wanted to share what is the most challenging, like for example in life, you know, like Dr. Ginny, I hear you don't take bitter gourd at all. You know, see, I always have dinner with her. She always said, you can call everything, but not bitter gourd. Because the reason she gave me is life is already very bitter, so don't take any further bitter gourd, which is no make sense at all. So that's why just now before we live, I even asked her, actually, what is the most bitter part in your life? She told me, because I never take, I don't like to take bitter gourd. That's why I don't have bitter part in life. I said, yeah, luckily you are in Zoom. Otherwise, I will hate you forever. So maybe you can also, you know, doctor, can you please share with us, if okay, I know you don't have any bitter part in your life, but if you have to choose one part, what would be the most bitter moment when for your entire life, when you are from young to teenager to uni, now doctor, what is the most bitter part? I mean, the bitter feeling, the most bitter feeling from these different stages of life.
Most bitter feeling.
See, she really don't have bitter part. You okay? Maybe we can ask our viewer. Do you guys want to know what is the most difficult bitter part from Dr. Ginny or not? If you guys want, can really, maybe you guys can type in the comment so that we know. Oh, that is Dr. Linda. Say hi to both of us. Hi, Dr. Linda. Oh, you really don't have bitter part. I seriously,
No,
you
I'm
know.
very forgetful. I'm very forgetful. I tend to, hypnotize myself to remember those sweet parts and then forget whatever bitter part. Otherwise, life will be miserable. You need to remember all the bitter part in your life. Then how are you going to go through this life happily every day, right? So I tend to like try to forget all the bitter moments. But if you insist me to just say one bitter moment, I would say after I opened the Subang clinic, because it's actually I need to remotely manage my whole team in Subang. And then because this Subang clinic actually have partner. Yeah, I'm not the sole proprietor. So because maybe I'm not so good in handling like interpersonal relationship. So I do have some problem with my partner. So we actually go through some difficult time together. And but thankfully we solve all those problems and then continue happily as partner in the clinic.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I mean, from your sharing, I actually learned something. Even though your bitter part is not so bitter, but I also learned something, which is don't take life so serious. And because every happening in our life is just that moment, right? So if we take it so seriously, like you said, how can we carry on further? What about tomorrow? What about next month? What about next year? Especially last year till this year, to be honest, as a business entrepreneur, it's not an easy journey. But I learned something from you, which is like it's just only experience, life experience. So we should we should carry forward and looking forward positively.
Yes, yes. You should let it go and then you just stay at the current moment. You just enjoy whatever current moment that you have. And appreciate
Perfect.
whatever you have.
That's great. That's great. For maybe let me check. Okay. For after bitter, what is the next flavor that you always favorite?
Of course, sweets. I like dessert. I like dessert very much.
Wow. Then we don't talk dessert first. Dessert will talk later. Okay. So, doctor, if I'm not wrong, let me go through some of the questions. Um, what who actually inspired you to be a doctor?
Hmm. From what I remember, my mom actually told me I have the ambition to be a doctor since kindergarten.
Wow.
So I think that is too small for me to have the memory. So I don't know who actually inspired me to become a doctor. But from my memory, I actually can remember during like primary school time, we went to our family doctor. So we can see, I can see that like the patient queuing outside actually is suffering outside. But the doctor, after seeing the doctor, you can see that their face is like relief. So I feel that like doctor can, how to say, like something like can rescue the world. That time you are still small, so you thought that wow, doctor is very great. Doctor is somebody very great that can rescue the world, and then I want to be a doctor as well.
Okay. Then that is why you from there you already set a goal. Then from you were kindergarten, you already know that you want to be a doctor. That's why I believe you perform very well in your academy.
Oh yes, I like to study actually. I enjoy studying, and then people actually a lot of them are afraid of exam. I actually quite like exam, because exam time is the time that you prove yourself.
Wow.
So when the result come out, the result is good. So you prove that your effort
Worth
actually
it.
come out to be something great. So I actually quite like exam.
So what is your reward when you are when you know when you were young? Every time we want to study hard to prove to our parents, and then what is the best reward you get from your parents when you are primary school or secondary school?
You ask me like this, I can only think of KFC and McDonald's. You know, every time, you know, if the result is good, then my parents will say, okay, now we can go KFC or McDonald's.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't during primary school time, what else you want? You just want like some great food, you know. For me lah, maybe not everybody is the same. Yeah.
I still remember when I was kindergarten, and I was the first. I mean, what to say? I scored the highest among the class, and my dad asked me, "What is the prize you want?" I still remember in the car, I was like, "Wow, you know, think as much as possible." But at the end, I only asked for color pencil, which is 24 shades.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, drawing a lot.
Yes, I love drawing since I was young. My hobby drawing every day. And then my brother sit beside me. Sorry.
I remember you can draw very nice. You
Yes,
post in your Facebook. Yes.
yes, I can draw. Yeah. I still remember my brother sabotaged me. You're so stupid. Only ask for 24 colors, color pencil. Why don't you ask a computer?
Wow, your brother is so smart. I think at that time, computer is not so easily
It's very
available.
expensive.
Yeah.
It's very expensive. Then he sabotaged me and then asked me to propose to my dad again. Then the next day I go and talk to my dad. I said, Dad, I want a computer. And then kena slap from there.
What? Your dad?
No lah, kena cuci lah. You know, first thing I was only kindergarten. Second of all is like the connection at that time is like so difficult and expensive. You know, I'm not from rich family, so that's why I still remember that moment because of my brother sabotage me, and then go and propose to my dad, and my dad said, "This must be not from you, okay?" Kena burus again, kena cuci.
Also, your brother kena barus, not you.
Both of us.
Wow.
Both of us. So kena cuci. All right. So means that you from primary school you performing well, and then you go to secondary school. I believe you are tip-top students. And Dr. Ginny, actually you very pretty, you know. So from your school, I don't think, you know, it must be a lot of boys, guys, friends must be date you a lot lah.
You are wrong already.
Eh?
I doesn't look like this during my school time. I'm very chubby, short boy cut. No, I can tell you, my husband is my first boyfriend.
Wow.
So I got no lover at all during primary and secondary school time. Only myself.
Or you have anyone that you admire from school? You know, when we were young, we always admire those very good in basketball, netball, or any athletes, guys, friends. We always like very admire, isn't it? Do you have anyone beside Lao Tak Wah, beside Zhang Hok Yao?
Yes, but then I think somebody that I know of, I can't remember anyone.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe I focus so much in the study. I ignore all that.
Okay, okay. I hear you.
Very simple life, right?
Yes. No wonder you can score so much because I always, you know, I love to read those novels, Qin Kai Lun and Chong Yao. And then that's why I always remember that because I study from my secondary school actually is a girls' school. I don't have any boys' friends. Yeah, so nothing happened in the secondary school. And my mom once you 1:15 out from school, by 1:30 you are not reached, she will wake you downstairs, right?
Okay. Then how about during your university time?
Oh, that time is a very fantastic time because I was away from home already. I was alone in Perth, so that time very fantastic. You name it, Monday, Tuesday, or Friday boyfriend I also have.
So you have 7 boyfriends per week.
No lah, just joke only. No. That in Australia, I think Australia is very my life turning part, because that is the first time I left my house, I left my home, and I have to be independent. So because at home, as you know, our mother are very good. No need to wash dish, no need to cook. Just wake up and eat only. So in Perth, it's definitely my first time challenge in my life.
How you find your life in Perth?
Perfect. That's made me growing so much.
That's why I met you today, the 100 most influential young entrepreneur. Congratulations.
Thank you. I still remember when I was in Perth, was winter, and then we are poor student, right? So we are not afford to have TV. So there's one time we walk home, and then we spot myself and that time my boyfriend. We spot on the TV at the side of the garbage. So two of us were so excited. Let's take the TV back home, and then we really take those big TV in a cabinet one. You still remember the old TV? Then two of us very excited. Very long, about 4 feet or 5 feet long. Then we really carry heavy to the third floor, and then but the wire is already cut off. I said, don't worry, I know how to invent that. So I go and find and then do the mechanic part. Best is when I on the electricity, the TV bursts. But luckily,
my engineer.
Yes. So that's why. But I'm so lucky. It's only burst, but it's not drip off all the electricity in the entire building. Otherwise, I tell you, I will be in big trouble. Therefore, afterwards,
your face.
No.
No pressure.
None of us injured. It's just like all of us is like shut up and silent. I say okay, then off the electricity and tutup and go to bed. And it's a failure project. Then the next day we bring down again to the garbage.
Oh, you get it from a garbage. Then
I bring it home and then bring it back to the garbage again. That's how the stupidity I have been gone through during my university life.
How many years were you in Perth?
2.
2 years. So you must enjoy a lot there.
Very much enjoy.
Because I went to Perth 2 years ago. I like that city as well.
It is.
It's very serene, and then it's very comfortable. People there are very friendly,
Yes.
It's very secure city. Yeah,
very silent and quiet. Yes. So I come back to our questions again. Like, for example, since you are so focused into your academy, another question actually is from me. I want to know more, which is why you choose aesthetic, rather than why don't you choose dentist? Why don't you choose vet doctor? Why you want to become a aesthetic doctor, which is I find that to me, because why I pay a very high respect to aesthetic doctor is because aesthetic doctor not only treating the customer to look beautiful, but at the same time, you guys need to take a lot of emotional throw out from the patients as well, especially those who has low self confidence. I believe they will tell you, doctor, after I inject this, do you think my locum will love me more or not? after I slim down, will my boyfriend won't leave me or not? I believe you have this kind of patience.
Okay, go back to your first part of the question. Because dentist and medical doctor are a bit different.
Okay.
I know you love dogs. I actually love human beings more than animals. So I choose to be a medical doctor and not a vet.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, initially, actually, you are right. Okay, at our era, I'm already 43. So during my medical school time, we actually are not exposed to aesthetic. So
Hmm.
at that time, aesthetic is not so popular.
Hmm.
So actually, my first ambition is to become an ONG specialist. Yeah, I already halfway specialized. I already got my MRCOG Part 1 certificate. So if normally I should continue to be an ONG specialist. But during that time, I find that ONG specialist is too stressful for me. I cannot take bitter. So I don't want bitter life in the rest of my life. So I find for alternative. Then I'm so lucky at that time. I went to a course is a primary care dermatology in Selangor. So that is the first time I'm exposed to aesthetic medicine. Then
Hmm.
that caught my attention actually. I said, hey, this aesthetic medicine is so special. We as a doctor, we actually can be like an artist to actually, change one person's external appearance. Like what you say just now, a lot of people actually they have low self-esteem because they feel that something not right on their face or on their body. So I still remember during my initial part of my career, a lot of people will say aesthetic doctor are just like beautician.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
every time I heard this, I got very angry. Okay, be qualified as a medical doctor. So
Yes.
I can be a general practitioner or I can be a general practitioner with special interest in aesthetic.
Hmm.
So that's why I choose to be a general practitioner with special interest in aesthetic.
Hmm.
So after I changed from ONG to aesthetic, being myself, whatever that I do, I want to be the best. So
Hmm.
I actually go all out to actually go for training in Bangkok, in Korea, and also in UK. So I want to get like, because that time is still very new in Malaysia, you can hardly get any training in Malaysia. So you have to go overseas to get yourself
Hmm. Yes.
exposed.
Yes.
And then only you can get the first-hand knowledge. Then only you can convince yourself this really work for the patient. You are not cheating your patient.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm very objective in choosing what treatment for my patient.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to buy a device, you know me well, you know that every time I will invest a lot in my machine because I
Yes.
want something that can give consistent result to my patient. I don't want like one machine today is good for patient A, tomorrow is not good for patient B. So I want something consistent and then I can deliver good result. That's why before I buy each machine, I actually will assess all the similar technology in the market before I choose the best.
Mm.
Why you want to choose the best machine? Because you want to deliver the best result. Of course, having the best machine doesn't mean that you can deliver the best result because you still need to have your experience. So you still need to be very objective to do some research. That's why sometimes I get involved in like research to get the parameter to do lasers. That's why I have the passion to actually share my knowledge with the junior doctors and also with some peers
Mm.
because during you share, you actually gain more knowledge.
Yes.
Yes. For you to be able to share, you must master the knowledge first.
Yes.
Then when you deliver the sharing, whenever the doctors throw you questions, you think back and then you actually reinforce the knowledge in your brain. So that is how I grow, how I train myself. I always keep like to be on par with the latest technology.
Mm.
I quite enjoy the 12 years journey in aesthetic actually because aesthetic is not something static, it's
It
just like
changed.
computer. Yes, it's just like the social media, it's
Mm.
every day is different. So you have new things to learn.
Mm.
So it keep me learning new things and then you won't be bored with your job actually.
do you agree? The more you share, actually, the more you gain.
Yes.
And that's where I see when the first time I see you, Dr. Ginny is a very, like she said, she is want to be the best one. If she's not sure, she will not pursue. You know, she will not. I just want to say because of that. When I trust Dr. Ginny so much is because when she don't know, she will tell you this one I'm not sure. I will tell you what is my confident answer. For you guys to know, for those who are viewer here, she treated my stubborn pigmentation to be, I mean, about 2 years already, huh? About 2 years already. Yeah, Dr. Ginny is the one who treated my stubborn pigmentation. And I tell you what, she told me, Priscilla, I tell you, with this package, I only can up 75%. The balance 25%, unless you're comfortable with it, then we continue. Otherwise, I only max 75%. I never hear this kind of a doctor, you know, when normally we go for treatment or we go for consultation, the doctor will tell, sure, I will make you 100%. I will make you 100%, you know, but she is so honest and she is so genuine and telling you, Priscilla, the price you afford to pay for this is only 75. If you want 100% or 95%, I tell you what, you need more treatment. I think this is one of the reasons why we click. Yeah, why we able to click so well from a client to be a friend, now a spiritual journey together. You know, so I think this is for all the viewer who are online right now. This is one of the reasons now you know why Dr. Ginny is my first guest lah.
To me, actually, genuine and integrity is very important.
Yes.
I'm not that type of person that today I tell one lie, tomorrow I have to tell another lie to cover this lie. The day after I have to tell another lie to cover these two lies. Then I cannot work already. I have to keep on telling myself how to tell lies. So why should you do like this? You might as well tell the fact. Then my patient who came to me 12 years ago, they come back or they bring their children and come, I still tell the same thing. Then I told them, 12 years ago, I told you the same thing, right?
Yes.
So easy for us. You just tell the fact. You don't try to goreng. If you don't know, you say you don't know.
Don't know.
You goreng, next time you have to goreng. So today you goreng nasi goreng, tomorrow you have to nasi biryani. Every time goreng the different thing, then you will confuse. You might as well focus on whatever is true. What is right is right.
It's true.
Yeah, priest will go like this. Priest will tell you, okay, Kiss Mineral can do this. The lipstick, how good is that? Okay, the ingredient is pure mineral, all that. So they tell you the fact. So I so far I have used Kiss Mineral makeup for 12 years. My patient and myself also like it very much. So we know that it's a good product. So if you to begin with, you sell something that is not good, after 2 to 3 years, people will know already. So you spoil your own reputation. So
and nowadays, those speed, no need 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 days, people already botcher already. You know, already botcher the rahasia. To be serious, because I have seen so much of some of the supplier or some of the friends, because they want to sell themselves, but they don't have the passion of doing it. So that's why it won't be long term. That's why it's not caught by surprise why the business by doing challenge time, like especially this COVID-19, why the business can go off just like that. You know, I think those who stay, it must be a reason. Those who stay stronger. You know, it must be why, because of like from Dr. Ginny, her passion into aesthetic. Nobody can stop her. Not even her husband can say, Ginny, you have to retire from aesthetic. I don't think she will agree with it. Correct?
Me remember of something. You know, I went for a conference. My husband said that I went for a conference. When you go to conference, right? Yeah, a lot of booths. So the laser company actually will brief you the latest technology. So when I go visit one round, then I will have some new toys for me to play with. And then I come back, I will say, okay. I tell my husband, I'm looking for one machine already. Okay, this machine costs how much, you know? Okay, I like it so much, you know. So then he said, next time you don't go to conference so often. People go conference, go and buy the LV bag, Prada bag, watch. You go conference, you buy machine. So I would rather you buy bags than you buy machine.
Can. So really bag is less investment, you know.
Of course, the machine costs you 500,000. But then I always look for like better and better machine which can treat my patient better. So if, of course, I wouldn't say that now I can deliver 100%. Like what I tell you, why I said 75%, because I do so many patients already. Some deep pigment, actually, we cannot clear 100%. No point for you to go and promise your patient 100%. After, let's say you say 5 sessions, 100%. Patient will come to the 5 session, the final session eventually. And then you stress yourself, you cannot sleep. Okay, I tell my patient after 5th session is 100% clearance. What if I cannot do that? Yes. So I never stress myself. I would say whatever practical.
I give you a big like.
Don't need to stress ourselves. Then when you cannot deliver the 100%, you have to goreng already. You have to find excuses.
I think this will be the spicy part where in your entire journey to be set up clinic, to buy the best machine, to equip yourself, to share more knowledge. I think will be the part of the spicy part. Do you find that?
Yeah, spicy not necessarily not good, you know. Sometimes
yes.
It's very expensive. When
you build up the adrenaline.
Yes. The excitement part is to have a very good machine. I still remember I passed my latest machine, the picosecond laser. There are 10 brands in the market. I tested 7.
Wow.
I almost bought the 6th one. I almost bought. I put deposit already.
Okay.
You know, then the 7 machine come to my clinic because they, at that time, I can't remember what is the reason they postponed the schedule, and then it come late, you know. But I tested the machine. Oh my God, this one is better than the 6th one. What shall I do? Oh my God, I said, and then I tell the 6th machine, the supplier, I said, you hold on my deposit. You give me 2 weeks. I have to access this 7 one first. I don't want to buy the second best. I want to go for the best.
The best.
Yes. So after 2 weeks, I say, I'm so sorry. I need to buy the 7 one. But the company is very sporting, actually. They refund the deposit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know why they are sporting?
I don't know.
Because I think this is a very mutual understanding or in business wise. If you normally if you are a very bad doctor, always love to give the pressure to the supplier, and you never work on the win-win situation. I think when it comes to these situations, most of the time, because doctor, I was a rep with selling machine before. When your deposit is paid, to be honest, it's back to me to decide whether I want to refund it to you or not, right? If you are a really bad doctor or very tricky doctor, I don't think you will get your deposit back. That, I think this is one of the reasons why they give you back without any penalty fund, right? So you guys can see why Dr. Ginny is, in 12 years or coming to 13 years, she also still, do her level best to find the best for the patient. You guys know how much she has invested into all these beauty machines. I also don't want to count. That is very stressful to me.
Invest millions, but thank God we have the listed company who support us.
Yes.
You do not have to save for how many years. But I really very objectively choose my machine. Some of the, because I started in Alosa, so some of the laser representative, they will say that, wow, doctor, you are in such a small town, you invest so many machines, can you get back the ROI, the return of investment? I say, I never think over return of investment. I only want the best for my patient. So that is the best machine. I have to buy that machine to give the best treatment to my patient. So whatever I will come later. But tell you frankly, when you do the right thing, the universe will send you the right thing as well. So I'm so lucky that my patient in Alosta actually support me throughout these 12 years. Last year, even during MCO, our clinic managed to grow 17.5%.
Wow.
With this MCO. Yeah, so I really be very blessed and thankful to all my patients in Alosta. They are so supportive of me. So I tell myself this year I will do better for them.
Double thumbs up, big one. Big one. Yeah, this is really awesome, to be honest. The challenge in business is as big pressure as challenge in life, I would say. So do you consider yourself as an entrepreneur, or you consider yourself as a medical doctor?
I would love to be a medical doctor. I would love to have a simple life, because to be a successful entrepreneur like Pris is not easy. You need to manage a lot of people. You need to manage your staff. You need to manage your customer. You need to manage your time. You need to manage your emotion. It's too complicated. So I would think to be a successful, especially woman entrepreneur, you really need to tap yourself, love yourself more, and then you tell yourself you have done a good job. Okay, so because we need to multitask actually to be an entrepreneur. If I choose to be a medical doctor, I just focus in treatment. I no need to manage anything. But today I choose to be a woman entrepreneur. I need to manage a lot of things. But I'm very blessed that throughout my difficult journey, all the sour, the bitter, I have a group of friends, include Pris, who actually support me throughout. That's why she inspired me to take up meditation. Meditation is very, very good to actually calm yourself down, to make yourself very clear what you want in life, and then to get the inspiration actually what you are meant to do in this life. So I slowly started my meditation journey, that I start to know that what am I supposed to do as a wife, as a boss, as a daughter, and as a friend. But I still need to learn. I would say I'm still not the best version of myself. I still keep improving myself.
But you have progressed a lot, Dr. Ginny. You have progressed a lot. To be serious, before the spiritual journey, I also find that I'm a very hot-tempered person. I can be, because of one small dot, it will drag me for a week, not happy because of that, and cannot release myself from the track.
Yes,
Correct.
exactly.
Yes, and after to start spiritual journey, after learning about what is life purpose, the small dot become easy to take off. I just need a pair of ear to listen what I'm shouting at. Maybe just only 5 minutes, 10 minutes. After that, it will be okay already. One thing.
10 minutes. Wow,
Yeah,
it's
because of when I realized that why we have to trap ourselves because some others doing the wrong thing, and we punish our own self. We cannot sleep, cannot eat. I think it's very stupid. Sorry for the word. We trap ourselves into the emotional trap. So I believe this not the entrepreneur journey, to be honest, it's not easy. I also tell myself, if I choose to be again, I wanted to be entrepreneur since young, to be honest. But I want it to be more simple. To be more simple in the sense of maybe my partner, Chan, he found me a new interest for me, which is you can go for the landscaping designer. I love to do planting. I love to design all the water fountain, you know, all this. He said that why don't you go to the landscaping business, and then or you set up a corner in a nursery, then you just teach people how to plant. I think this is a very simple and very less stress kind of a business where I totally agree with it. You know, this is something that I can do it as my part-time income.
You can pursue this as your retirement plan. Son told this to you, meaning that now he can survive without you. Yes.
I agree.
Okay, mineral, and then you go for it.
Yes, isn't it?
Actually, in
So
front of the camera.
I think it's next door, next room. So, but I find that which is if let's say a work or our career without our passion, it will not, if the business will not go far. It's not about the size of the business setup. It's about the passion that we spread. It's not only the professionalism, it's also the passion. It's about the love.
Yes, you're right. Actually, that's why my passion is actually to improve my customer external experience, which actually will enhance their internal confidence, their internal love. They will love themselves more, and then they will have better relationship with their friends and families. So that's why that is my passion. So I always got very, very happy when my patient is telling me that, okay, after you remove my pigment, you know, I feel more confident. I don't need to make up. You know, a lot of Malay patients, they actually like to make up. So after I actually remove their pigment, they actually say that now I don't need to make up. I can like take care of my skin better, and then I can actually have like better like function with friends and families more confidently. So this part really is the thing that always like give the most happiness in my career. Yeah, the money is not so important. The appreciation, and also you find that you actually able to help somebody to improve their social life, to improve their self-confidence. This is something that I feel that, sorry?
Priceless.
Yeah, it's priceless, you are right. So this is something that I feel that I'm doing the right job. Okay, that is keep me going. Although I have to say not 100% of the patient will be satisfied. Of course, we do sometimes have some patients who are not satisfied with us. So last time, when the patient is not satisfied, right, I get very pissed off. I do my best for you. I deliver the best result for you. I can assure you that whatever I give you is the best. You can't get any better already. But still, you're not satisfied. So last time, I will get very hot-tempered. Now I start to actually understand my patient more. So I believe that from their perspective, maybe they have some stress in their family or their work, that they actually want to get rid of the pigment more and more, or get rid of other things, the wrinkles. So I try to understand them more, and then I comfort them. And then sometimes I will say that I'm sorry, I cannot give you the 100%, but that is the best that I can give you. Tell you what, to your surprise, all that patient become your friends, because they can feel that you actually are sincere.
Yes.
And then they remember from the first day, I actually tell them I can't give you 100%. Sometimes it's just that they also are hot-tempered, and then they throw some tantrum. So I would say that it's interrelationship, the how to say, this is the magnet.
I think this is what the universe understand, where we do our level best, even though we didn't get the best result, but we do our level best in terms of this is the best result that I can provide, and because of the genuine, because of the honesty, people feel. We are human, you know, we feel the frequency, we feel the genuine. Otherwise, you know, that's a lot of what is, the others way of doing business maybe is not our method, you know. But I still prefer like you from a doctor's client become my personal friend, and somehow now my spiritual partner, you know, my master, you know, something like that. I will treasure this more than how much money I earn, you know. I will treasure this more.
You're right. Yes, yes.
Mm.
That's why sometimes you feel that money is not everything. So yeah, the journey throughout your life that you have more friends, you got more support, you got, because sometimes I learn from my patient as well.
Yes.
I have some patients who have some wonderful life experience, and then sometimes I will have the moment that I'm down. So sometimes they encourage me as well. So we are like support each other. So I really appreciate that moment. So I really thankful to all these friends, customers, and my family.
Three, double the ups again. Okay, before we another 10 minutes to go, I would like to ask you another questions where if I give you a special power now, ding, okay, I give you a special power now. Okay, you take my pen and ding, okay. What is the special power that would you want to have and to implement the current moment to be better?
So what?
Like I give you the special power now. Okay, now you are power already. What is the special power that you want?
Extra power. Okay. I wish I can make everybody in the world
Aha.
beautiful inside out.
Like
So
like like beside just the do the laser treatment, you know, I think your love, your compassion, your what do you say that your big heart, this is more better than this is the best. I think this is the best.
I wish everybody is like this.
Mm,
Meaning that I wish everybody in the world have a pure heart,
mm,
integrity, loyalty,
mm,
loving, caring, and tender.
mm.
Yeah. If I have that power, so I make everybody like that, then
Okay,
everybody is happy.
accept.
Okay.
Last but not least, I mean, do you enjoy this session so far, Doctor?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
It's like
Chatting,
two
chatting.
friends chit chatting without any stress.
That's great. That's great. And I would like to let those viewer know. Maybe you are from Facebook or maybe you are from Instagram. Some of the customer was, I mean, they are saying that the Instagram connection is a bit slow, not sync. Maybe due to the connection. Maybe my room is, I don't know. But so far from our side is, I look at it, is quite synchronized lah. Because of maybe it's due to the, I also don't know. This is the best connection I can have already. But
It's better. Just now at one time actually it's quite the Instagram
lag,
is
right?
big. Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's the mountain.
Better already. Okay. So I myself, I really enjoy this session so much. And I know from another perspective to know you better. But Doctor, to be honest, I mean, what I would like to share further is actually the world will become better, but the person who need to start this is from ourselves, right? So we start our love first, then the rest, for those who want to accept, they will become our friend. For those who are not appreciate, maybe next time.
Yeah, that's why the law of attraction actually say that you need to self-love first.
Yes.
Before you love others.
Before you love others.
You have all the positivity from your surrounding will click to you. So stop
Awesome.
of all the negativity. So tomorrow will be better.
Definitely. So another great news is actually Dr. Ginny also set up a virtual consultation for those viewers who are here in our IG or in our Facebook today. So for those who wants to get the link or the voucher, do you know how much is the voucher? Maybe let me share. screen. All right. Can you see? Can you see? Boleh see tak? Okay. Cannot.
Yeah.
Can see, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the Dr. Ginny. She is very kind because of MCO 2.0. She come up with a brilliant idea of this virtual consultation. And this consultation is for 40 minutes. It's really, really good, 40 minutes. And normally she charges 60 ringgit for that. And her clinic is, Dr. Ginny clinic is actually located in Taipan, USA 9, next to Old Town White Coffee, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next to Old Town White, 2 doors from Old Town White Coffee. Okay, so it's very easy to get parking there. And then these virtual consultations is worth for 60 ringgit, and it will be valid until 15th of February. But the only terms and conditions you need to is you have to drop WhatsApp into this. For those viewers who want this, you can screenshot or you can PM us afterwards. Then we will send you this soft copy to your account, to your Facebook. And for the IG friends, you are included as well. Don't worry, we will also send you through DM because this live session actually is Zoom session, but Zoom doesn't go into the IG. So that's why we have separated 2 screens, with two gadgets doing concurrently. So for IG fan, we also will give, after this, we will, for those who want, please drop your DM to us. Our admin will send to you for this e-voucher. Yeah, and virtual consultation, usually they charge more one because Dr. Ginny need to set up the Zoom, need to set up the time, just sit in front of you, just only for you. But today, because you guys come to support our first series of Women Entrepreneur Journey, appreciated that. And I hope that Dr. Ginny, even though you are not able to come to our KL, you are in our staff, but you still can contribute your love and passion through Zoom, because your clinic still operate one, right?
Yes. You operate as usual.
Yeah, so that would be very brilliant. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and really lovely, and hope to see you soon. And let's go for our vegetarian meal hunting.
Yes.
Right, when talk about food, 2 of us very, very happy one.
Together.
All right, so thank you so much, Dr. Ginny, and to be serious, it's really a good session with you, and I hope to do more.
For your kind invitation, I also enjoy myself so much.
Me too. Thank you. Namaste, master.
Sorry?
Namaste, master.
Namaste.
Since when we become so spiritual already. All right, so we wish everybody to start the love from ourselves first. Only by loving ourselves first, then we only have extra to love others. So be selfless, be selfish to be selfless. All right, so thank you so much. We see you next time. Thank you, Dr. Ginny. Thank you. Bye bye.